What is up, everybody? So Memorial Day weekend is just around the corner, and what better way to do it by doing a video on one of my favorite and classic movies, Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down was directed by Sir Ridley Scott, who had directed Gladiator, Alien, and Prometheus later on. He's one of my favorite directors in some of his later movies because of the fact that they were directed so well. This movie takes place during the infamous Battle of Mogadishu, Somalia, where a group of Army Rangers were sent in to capture a couple of high-value targets, or HVTs. They later find out that the HVTs that they were sent in to get were not the HVTs that they were really after. And one of the main leaders of that group was tasked to basically shoot down any military vehicle, either on land or in the sky, to create mass casualties. And they wanted to capture one of the Army Rangers because they figured that they could get a lot of money from doing that. Well, on one of the raids, one of their Black Hawk helicopters is shot down, and it starts a huge clusterfuck, basically, is what the military would call it. Basically, everything that was supposed to happen, the way it was supposed to happen, didn't happen. Pretty much, people were stranded in the streets. It's basically a fight between the Somalis and the Army Rangers, and it went neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street, and it was a very bloody battle. It's probably one of those movies that will be around even after our generation is gone, and is one of those movies that people will be watching from years to come. It is definitely a movie that people should check out. The special features, the 3-disc deluxe edition, which I procured a long time ago, is one that has like tons of special features on the making of, and it's really good documentaries on how they made some of the stunt work and stuff like that. Orlando Bloom is in this movie, and he isn't in this movie for very long. He's kind of one of the first people to get killed, and I think during the beginning of the movie they fire an RPG at him and it sends him flying out of the vehicle, and then he hits the ground and pretty much is dead after that. That's one of the very first casualties that happens during this battle. There's obviously a lot more that goes on, but I don't want to spoil the plot of the movie for people that haven't seen it. I really do think that if you guys are bored or need something to do during Memorial Day, you should definitely look into seeing if this is on TV, or picking this up or renting it from Netflix if it's on there, and definitely should watch this. I would give this a 2 thumbs up because I think this is a really well made, awesome movie. You're kind of like in the middle of the fight as it's going on. There's some things wrong with it that didn't happen historically, but other than that, it was a pretty well made movie for the time that it came out. It's one of my favorite war movies of all time. It kind of rivals up there with Saving Private Ryan, or even Pearl Harbor, which I may or may not end up doing a movie review on it. There's some really well-known actors in it, such as Josh Hartnett, Ewan McGregor, and Orlando Bloom, as I have stated before, and it is definitely, all their performances are awesome, as they usually are, because I mean, how can you go wrong with this movie? But you should definitely check it out. One of the generals in the movie, I don't remember his name, he even does a really good job in this. He's been in several other movies, but yeah, as I said before, there are a lot of good actors in this. The story's really well done, and the event actually did happen, which is kind of interesting to see some of the people that fought during that day kind of work on the film, because they were actually the advisors to some of the military units that were being portrayed in this. So you should definitely check this out if you get the chance, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.